Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about something that has really been on my heart and something that I have been dealing throughout this entire year. And I'm sure most of you have had that in their life, so it will be pretty relevant and relatable. But today I'm going to be talking to you about the pauses in life. So this year for me has been an interesting one because I just saw a lot of my friends moving on with their lives. A lot of them got married, some of them got engaged, others had babies, then next were getting just promotions and getting to places where they've dreamed. Others just improved their life and moved, and for me it was oh my days, it's so nice to see it and I'm so happy for them. I will support them, but I felt left out. So I was God, okay, I've been waiting for that, but my life is not moving. I feel I'm stuck in the middle of the nothing. Everything I'm trying to achieve is just not progressing. Everything is just getting shut down. I'm facing so many issues. What is going on this year for me? When I asked this question, I had to reevaluate my behavior, my thoughts, and everything, because when I sat down and wrote all the things that God has been doing for me throughout the year, I was you know what? I'm not stuck. I'm just stuck in my own mind thinking that I'm not where I want to be. And it's more of jealousy, because I will be comparing myself to other people. I'll be oh, you know what? You're younger than me, yet you're the one that got married and I'm left behind. What is it that I'm doing wrong that is not getting me to the place I desire and I dream to be? And I really had to take the step to think, you know what? Why am I so ungrateful? God has blessed me so much throughout this year. He gave me a job that I'm not trained for, and He really has been moving for me, but why am I focusing on the small details and the things that really, yes, a big thing for me, but are so irrelevant? I ended up bashing God and everything that He's done and being ungrateful just because I focus on something that it's not time yet. And what I started to think about and pray about is, God, I feel I'm in the middle of a pause, but what is actually the pause? What do you want me to do in this pause? Because I'm not moving to where I want to be right now, and I generally just want to be there, but what do you want to teach me right now that I'm not ready for to face the next chapter in my life? After I had this talk with God, I sat down and I thought about it, and I was you know what? Yes, you are in the middle of a pause, but here is holy. What happens when you're in the midst of everything slowing down and everything feeling it's frozen? What do you actually do? And I was I don't want to be one of them waiters that doesn't do anything. So I said I'll focus on myself and I'll work on myself, and then I'll see what happens after. So what I did is I just focused on myself a lot. I was okay, I want to achieve this in life, so what can I do here to achieve it later on there? And I just started really working on myself and praying and reading the Bible and just thinking, okay, yes, I'm stuck here, but it's only a season. I feel nothing is moving, but this is the season where God is preparing me for the next chapter. This is the season where I can physically and mentally prepare myself for what is about to come, because sometimes you feel you're ready, but you're not. And that's the important thing. God's timing is the best timing, and for you it might feel you know what, God is taking His time, let me take it in my own hands. But I advise you strongly against it, because I had a situation where I was feeling that, you know what, God, you're taking your sweet time, let me take it in my hands, because I can see that this is what you want for me. You want me to be this certain thing, and I took it in my own hands and I messed up. I didn't mess up because God's intention was not for me to have it. I messed up because I took it in my own hands and I decided to do it my own way, and I decided to not involve God and be like, you know what, let me strive for that and get it no matter what, no matter if it hurts people, no matter if I sabotage someone, I'll get that thing because I know it's promised to me. But that's the wrong way, because if God has promised you something and if He's said to you that you have certain something, He'll give it to you. And that's when I was like, okay, what does it actually mean to wait? What does it mean to be resting on God? So I stopped everything I was doing and I just fell on my knees and I was like, okay, God, I am so confused. Like, why is everyone seeing me to be living my dream? Why is everyone achieving everything and I'm just here and I'm doing nothing? And it really hurt me. And I was like, so honest. I was like, God, I'm hurt. Like, do you not want me to have what you've promised? And then God was like, if I've promised you something, you have it. But wait. And I was like, I am so impatient. When it comes to situations, I am very impatient. And it's something that I've had to work on this year. Because God really said to me, wait. And I was like, okay, what am I waiting on? Like, okay. And wait on, am I waiting on job promotion? Am I waiting on a husband? Am I waiting on new ministry? Am I waiting on change of house? What am I waiting on? Like, at least give me the clue so I can prepare. But he just said, wait. And I was like, wait? Wait? So I was like, okay. And then I started thinking, okay, wait. Am I waiting on that? God, God, hello, it's me again. Are you sure that's not the thing I'm waiting on? Like, okay. But I was like, okay, I'm waiting. And in that waiting, I focused entirely on myself and on my relationship with God and my relationship with others, and just really showing love, because in that wait and in that pause, God really taught me that it's all about people and it's all about everyone around you. Yes, there are certain things that He will give you, but most of the time He will give you the things you desire through people. So in the season that I was paused, I was like rebuilding relationships and just building new relationships and opening up to people. And that's the season that really helped me, because the pause is what made me slow down, take my eyes off everything else and focus entirely on God. And sometimes, like, life has everything thrown at us, like you're busy with your work, then you're traveling, then you're planning, I don't know, an event, you're doing that, you're doing so many things, and you just don't have that stillness. And for me, that was a big thing, because I'm a constantly busy person. I was always occupied, that I didn't have the time to focus and just regain that stillness. And the wait that I had to experience shut down every single distraction. It shut down all my plans. It shut down everything that I was so consumed by, and it allowed me to focus on God. And once I did that, everything changed, because now I was no longer focused on what other people have that I don't have. I was no longer focused on why are they there and I'm still stuck in the same place. I was just focused on how much God really loves me and how much He actually cares about me. And I started experiencing miracle after miracle, because if you know the God I serve, He will never leave you nor abandon you. And He really came through for me. He showed me that I'm cared for. He showed me that I'm loved. He showed me everything I really wanted to see and really had desired of, because sometimes we occupy ourselves with distractions just to get rid of the feelings and the emotions that are going deep inside of us. And for me, it was very important to take that pause and that season of just stillness so I can regain, like I said, my focus, but not only that, but also rebuild myself, because the only time you can rebuild yourself is when you're focused entirely onto the certain and current season. Because I feel for me, I was looking too much in the future. I was not looking on what's going on now. I was looking on, I'll get there. And then that's when you start fantasizing and just doing all the nonsense and hurting yourself, because fantasy is good, it's dream, but what you're fantasizing about, like, are you fantasizing how you're gonna improve yourself now to get there, or are you fantasizing how I see myself in the future and distracting yourself now because you're not there yet? Like, you cannot get there unless you're here. Like, the word there contains here. So how I look at it is, here is holy, here is the place that you need to be first. And the only time you can get there is by accepting you're here. So remember, even in the pause, God is still here. God is still working a miracle in you. So never feel discouraged that you're still and you're stuck in a place, because that place is holy for you. It's the place that will shape you and prepare you. It's the place that will get you to your dreams, and it's the place that will mean the most one day. So yeah guys, it may feel paused, it may feel like nothing is moving for you, it may feel like you are left and you're stuck in a period of time, but always remember, in the middle of this pause, here is holy. Guys, thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.